Hey guys, TheLaughingMax here, and as you probably see from the title, I managed to get a record for Necron all stronghold under an hour, so I'm doing a commentated run as I promised. That's my last record. So yeah, just to start things out, to get like the basics out of the way. In a normal mission, you have basically almost always the same tactics. You build up the summoning core as fast as you can. You can hit like the keys or prepare your fingers on the keyboard before starting the missions. You need like a spacebar to hit the start mission button, then build. You already have selected the builder at every normal mission, so you can directly says build summoning core BS, and then R for reinforce your scarabs, and then the same S button you need to build scarabs at the monolith, and then you start moving the Necron Lord. You don't move the Necron Lord first because he has some time to get out of the grave, or he lies down and stands up. So if you're fast enough, you can do everything you need, and then you don't lose time because you not moved your Necron Lord. There's actually right here is the first part of RNG. There is like one of his attack commands that you really want to see. This is like the back fist, you could say. This not always hits, so you might see me adjusting his position a bit to see if it at some point hits better. Yeah, back to the normal strategy. You build the summoning core as fast as possible, build a generator, and then capture a point to build a obelisk there to get some faster research and building capacity. And of course you're building the flayed ones. Some minor thing that you might not have seen directly is that how should I say, move the second scarab spot away from the summoning core as soon as the first spot got the second model finished. This is because the faster building stuff you can get from like multiple builders at one building caps out at 2 builders, and not 2 builder squads, but 2 builder models. So keeping the one guy there doesn't help me with the summoning core, so I send him over to the generator to build it faster. Yeah, so that's Pavonian Heartland. That is an okay time. It could be better if you have like more luck with the back fist stuff, so it could be like 10 seconds faster. So you have like a plus minus 20 to 10 seconds just in the first mission for stuff like that. Then we head on to Victory Bay, which is pretty much the same as a normal mission for the strategy. We use this Crypt Immortal squad to defend our monoliths. Not that we really need to, it's uneasy, but why not in the end? Then we babysit our Necron Lord a bit. So if he gets knocked down, if you spam the move command, which is basically right click, you can get lucky, or it's like 50-50, then he will slide on the ground. And then I found out that it's way more consistent for him to wait a little longer than I normally would do. So you see, I take my time to manage the base and move at about 230 energy on the top left. So that the flayed ones I built right now will be done about the time he is at the HQ, so he doesn't get as much fired on. Here's a big RNG part of him getting the jump, and I got it directly, so he can be knocked down in his teleporting animation, and then you lose the energy for it and must walk through this base. And yeah, then I killed this setup team because it does a lot of damage to the Necron Lord. I got really good RNG that it dies really fast. Yeah, the flayed ones spawn on that edge wasn't the best. The best one is to do it on the right side of the HQ, because then they don't get shot by all the turrets and stuff. You see, they get demolished by all the turrets, and also the artillery focuses on the flayed ones, and if no one of the flayed ones is near the Necronlord, he doesn't get hit. So he gets hit quite some time. Here you see him again just getting hit by an artillery that was meant for the flayed one. So if I would have put the flayed one squad like where I put the second one first, this would be optimal, you could say. Yeah, and then I try to capture another strategic point, but it doesn't get finished in time. So you can save your time from that, to be honest, and just concentrate on your attacking force. Yeah, so we are able to finish this mission in let's say normal time. In my previous run I had like 6 minutes, and here it's like again about these 15 seconds or so. After this we take our first war gear, which is the what is it called, this cloak or shroud, death shroud, I think. Oh, we took it after the first mission. Death shroud makes it so that your Necronlord moves fast and takes way less damage from range damage, which is pretty much required for Victory Bay and a lot of other missions. Yeah, then we skip some turns and move on to Pavonis. Pavonis is the area which gives you the teleporting ability on the world map. On this we also get a little lucky that the Space Marines attack this one, so we don't have to deal with Tau. Tau is annoying in that they have these invisible scouting units that can mess with the servitors, because any enemy getting near a servitor makes them to run to the enemy HQ and not to yours. Yeah, for this part I let's say our 3 starting units, the Necronlord goes top, teleports and takes the one servitor right next to your base, then the one in this little, I could say, in this little walkway there, and then the one on the top. The Crypt Immortal, they got interrupted here a bit by scouts, but they take one servitor that's on the top part here, and the critical way is the scarabs that take one at the ramp at the south from the base, and then one at the little way where they are right now. And this is so timed that basically the last 2 servitors are at the base basically at the same time. Yeah, we got, as I said, lucky with the Space Marines, but you will see that the Force Commander wants to attack our HQ and therefore annoys a little servitor of us. But I'm building, after 3 scarabs, I built 2 normal Necron warriors, or what are they called, I don't know, to defend anything. Yeah, Necron warriors. For the build order it's like Summoning Core and what is it called, this thing here, Forbidden Archive, to get the solar stuff thing that has the ability to let the enemy, basically ranged units can shoot in it, and which I just found out to this mission makes invisible, or I found it out in another mission, but makes invisible units visible. So I take basically just to that to have it done if I get some of these invisible dudes. Then I reinforce as much as I can to this Pavonis, because it's getting attacked frequently, or can be attacked, and if it gets conquered, the run is basically over. Then we move on to Vandean Coast. Another RNG part is that first the Space Marines aren't here, like the Force Commander and his army is not defending this, and the strength of this area is 5 and not 6, which is important, because if it's 6 there are 2 bases here, and you have not, in this mission you don't need to just kill the main base, but every single unit on the map, or you would need to play it like normally, collect 2,700 power or something, which is like takes forever. So it is important that you have only one base to deal with, and it's also nice to have not the Force Commander here, which spawns him and some additional units to defend. For the rest it's basically the same strat, like getting the Summoning Core, getting one generator and then cap, and yeah, we walk our our crypt fiends here as well, to because they are pretty good at killing these space marines themselves, whereas melee units need to walk here and there. So I try to kill the servitors with the Necron Lord, because they can move off the map and build some random stuff around the map which you then not find, and yeah, lose a lot of time. So that's basically the strat for that. The Necron Lord will now finish on the main building, and Crypt Fiends, once they kill the barracks, will move on to kill all the Marine squads, whereas the Flayed ones as a melee squad help the Necron Lord to finish the HQ. You could argue that these Crypt Fiends are faster at killing buildings, so you could focus the buildings with them and try to get the Flayed ones to kill the Marines, which is a little random because they flip them around, and in the flipping around yeah, they are invulnerable and stuff, so it's a little finicky. So I decided to stick to that approach here. This is about the mission here. Here or before is where most of the runs I did died, because I didn't manage to finish this mission fast, because having 2 bases and so on and so forth. Having only 1 base and no force commander here, you will see we get a good time save on this mission, because we have no other stuff around. So you see me teleporting to find if there's anything else built, but it's not, so we get like close to a minute time save and also a gold split. Then we use the money we got to reinforce Pavonis even more and attack now the Damus Northlands. Why do I do this? I do this to get what is it called? Crypt Spider, which is an excellent unit in defeating buildings, which helps me conquer these, let's say, normal areas faster. There is something in my mind saying that you don't need that, because having like Pavonis and the Damus Northlands, so 2 areas you have to defend, because the Damus Northlands is the only connection for the Eldar to the world map, so they will always attack it if they want to move, so you can get yeah, unlucky. I think here I also need to reconquer it at some point. But nevertheless, we took Vandean Coast to get this 1000 energy bonus, so we don't have to build up as much. I do still build up here a bit to get some more, how you say, defense points on the map, because when you build something on the map here, like generators and stuff, and sometimes, or it counts as your defense value. So your defense value is normally 1 if you conquer it and build nothing, and then it can be 2 and 3, and then if you reinforce it even more, you can get up to like 7 or 8, which is cool. Yeah, and for everything else, it's just a normal mission. We build a summoning core, we build Flayed ones, and then I try to conquer as much points and build obelisks and stuff to just to get my defense value of this area higher. Also build generators just to build something on the map, as I said, to get the defense buff. I don't think I get it higher than 1, but yeah, I need to look into that. But I'm sure that I noticed this in let's say 100%, or in like preparing the individual level runs, that it actually matters what you have built on the map, because the game actually saves every map you conquered, the buildings you have. So we get another gold by just a few seconds. Now we got our Tomb Spiders. We take the Death Grip, which gives us more health and melee damage. Then we, of course, also reinforce this, so that it doesn't get conquered as easy. And move on to the Rayan Jungle, because we want to kill the Chaos dudes, and also take the Flayed one Honor Guard here. So we move the Crypt Spider and Crypt Fiends over and teleport with our Necron Lord, and yeah, the idea is to get the Crypt Spider as fast as possible to the enemy base, where the Necron Lord teleported there first, killed some turrets if there are some, And yeah, you can use the ability on the Crypt Spider to spawn some of these, I don't know, these little scarab thingies, which actually damages the Crypt Spider. So in a mission where you need the Crypt Spider healthy, you should not use it. But here I use it because I have a lot of energy anyways to even reinforce these little scarabs. And then here you see it's got a 5 defense rating, this area, so it has like 3 turrets. On the 4 it has like 2 turrets, and on the 3 at 1 or something like that. So the Necron Lord needs to kill his turrets because they drain not much of his health, but also on his what is it, morale, or like his leadership. Leadership is the better word for it. So here I summoned the second of these, and they all move to the enemy base. Yeah, here you can also see in the timing that it's about here. What do I say? The flayed ones get ready just as you finish. So having one is more than enough because the Crypt Spider does so much damage to buildings. You can see the health like flying down. Okay, I'm trying to build up stuff as well just to get a defense rating. You can see the health flying down with the Crypt Spider attacking. It's just ridiculous to have that. So this is why I took Demis Northlands to save some time in the rain jungle. Yeah, all the stuff I get I use to reinforce Demis Peninsula. Here is like the first bad RNG I get owned by the Chaos guys and have to reconquer Rain jungle. So I was like, oh, I'm saved a minute and now this. So you will see me after this, after the Demis Peninsula, that I'm in the red. But in my previous record I also need to reconquer Demis Northlands once. So I'm in the mindset. So if I'm not have to reconquer anything else than this is fine, because this is faster than Demis Northlands. It's the map is a little smaller, and the Crypt Spider can reach the base, let's say, reasonably fast. So I'm in the mindset, as long as I don't get screwed again, this could be a record. Nothing much to say here. Maybe about a new route. I decided to get Vandean Coast and Pavonis. Pavonis to basically choose, to have the ability to choose who to attack. And if I wouldn't take Vandean Northlands, Vandean Coast, it would also save one, how do you say, one area to conquer. So this is the idea behind Pavonis, and Vandean Coast mainly to save time to build up in the stronghold missions. You don't see it work out here in this, let's say, Demon's Northland and Rain Jungle. You normally would not need like the extra income from Vandean Coast, but I also put it like as soon as possible or as fast as possible in the run to not have 2 bases, or the chance to have 2 bases is then the lowest. Because the Space Marines owning it, I think, at the start, and reinforcing it really fast if they don't attack or something. Here I got in the way of my own Crypt Fiend, but now it's attacking the base, and it's done. So next up is Deimos Peninsula. Deimos Peninsula I also put as early in the run as possible to have this RNG part as soon as possible in the run, because this mission has the tendency, or had, it's not happening as much as before, to crash at the end. So I don't want to have this as my last mission where the run dies because of this crashing. So for the strategy we defend with the Necron Lord, the Flayed Ones and the Crypt Spider, and one summon to the left, the Crypt Immortals. I call them Crypt Fiends. The Crypt Immortals defend on the left. For the building order we build the Summoning Core as fast as possible with 2 squads as well, and the third squad, basically the second squad built from the Monolith, and the third from the Monolith are directly used for victory points or for requisition points, whereas the rest just with the Summoning Core and then a lot of generators. Here you don't want to teleport with the Necron Lord too early, because if he is still in range of these what are they called, cultists or so, they slow you down and it's really annoying. So make sure you're not in the range or you teleport, you don't teleport so early. Yeah, then we start to build flayed ones as fast as possible. The defenders stay there. The crypty models get or already got an attack order to the from our main base to top left requisition point, so that our scarabs to the left can, after building the obelisk at the left, also conquer this requisition point. The build order is like for the 2 squads in the middle, they just build generators, whereas the one to the right builds the Forbidden Archives directly after the obelisk. Yeah, we need some war gear. Needed is, or bare minimum is needed, the solar blast again, or what is it called? You know, I look what it's called when I'm selecting it. Then the phase shift is handy in pretty much every mission, and I learned from like other runners that the I don't know what it's called. I don't know the names pretty well. I just see it like the energy blast thing, like the phase shifter I take to get through this area without taking damage or taking less damage. Then this was really fast. the first one I take with the his icon on the top right. Basically, it makes, if you take melee damage, you charge it up, and then you can use it to damage stuff in the near vicinity of the Necron, basically to do a little blast. And yeah, here you see teleporting me, then using the solar blast at one of the ranged squads, moving on, getting all our flayed ones in. One flayed ones takes down the turret, and then I reinforce everything, and then attack this gate. The gate consists of 2 parts which have a lot of health. These are the big ones, and 2 which have very low health. So you want to have more units on the big parts and less on the small parts. The ideal would it be to that everything collapses at the same time, but this is really hard to manage. So I normally try to kill the big ones first and then move on to the smaller parts, or get only 1 squad on the small parts. Also, it is nice to have the Necron Lord on the small parts, because he is, let's say, fast and can move fast from place to place, whereas the flayed ones are best if they don't need to move at all, because they're really slow. So after killing the last one, there's a little delay, so at here I'm just attacking and stuff and praying to RNG that this the game does not crash. And as you can think by yourself, it doesn't crash. I tried to delay the cutscene skip a bit, not spam it, because I don't know if it is like that, but to me it's like reducing the possibility of the game crashing. So on to Akama Desert. Akama Desert, we got lucky here as well, because it's a defense value of 4, which means only 1 enemy base. In my previous record I had 2 bases here, so this gets done really fast as well. I use the crypty models with an attack order to basically delay everything. If they got in contact with anything, they attack it and delay it. Because they're not gonna reach the base in time anyway, so I just want them to attack. The Necron Lord tries to get around these dudes with movements, command spam, and then teleport over this little gap here, and I attack the base directly. Here I noticed that I have nothing bind on 3. I always bind my base at 3, and then I do it and get my Immortal Squad honor guard. So you can put the flayed ones in your monolith and put them out on the map even without having a summoning core, which is like the big part of getting more flayed one squads. Like in Akama Desert you get the second squad, and there's an area where you get a third one, but it's out of the way, so I stick to 2 flayed one squads. Yeah, Orc missions are really nice, or Orc defenders are really nice, because Orc buildings have less HP than buildings of any other faction. So you see the base is already done basically before the Crypt Spider arrives, so we get about a 13 seconds time save here. And then I decide to reinforce Argamar Desert because I had it frequently that I got owned here as well. And then yeah, you see, it's nice to have it reinforced because it increases the chance of not getting owned by the orcs and have to reconquer it. And on to Green Coast. Green Coast is pretty simple in that you just need to defend and have the standard strategy of building the summoning core as fast, getting a lot of victory points and some generators, as well as some stuff from the Forbidden Archive. So the build order here is summoning core and then a lot of generators, and mix it in with conquering stuff, conquering like victory points, requisition points. I'm mixing it up because I'm watching a lot of Dawn of War 2 stuff from a guy, and you have victory points and not requisition points. Not only victory points, but you have the main objective there is to hold victory points. So here I am getting off the second squad to conquer. Here it's important in the defense actually to use your crypty models to focus down vehicles so they don't deal a lot of damage to the Necron Lord, or even if you don't focus them, it takes a lot longer to defend. So also it takes a lot longer to defend if they got caught in melee like they are here. So I try to use the Necron Lord to to kill those guys, and then I need to want them to get out of combat and attack this stuff. If you want to be really fast, you could probably leave the defending here to basically all the other guys, but I see this one guy attacking my gen, so I'm trying to kill him and then move on with the Necron Lord to move to the main base. You probably can save about 30 seconds if you move early here, or even a minute if you would move a lot earlier. You can see I'm teleporting. Yeah, I'm deciding to teleport. Yeah, I think soon. Yeah, building the obelisk is important to get some more percentage of like speed for the Necrons. There I see I need to build the archives really fast. I think do I decide to teleport? I think, yeah, because the cooldown is isn't as high on the Necron Lord teleport compared to, let's say, the teleport on the teleporter pack of the Force Commander, which has a really long cooldown, but I think a smaller range.
What you doing, Rocket Rangers? They's coming for
Taking a bit of tea in between. Here you just want to move to this relic there, and teleport over it, because there's some weird pathing that every unit goes directly to the relic and then down, and it's weird. Here I got a little unlucky that that the Swiggers tackles me, but it's not a big of a deal. I'm just now spamming the move command to get through here without getting chunked around a lot. There's like, if you are close to the base of Gorguts, there's these tanks shooting at you and everything, so you want to make sure you spam the move command. So you see that I got hit by a tank, then I jump over here, teleport everything in. Normally, yeah, I need to use this solar blast first, and then get everything, to attack on Gorguts. This is a part where also, let's say, some time can be saved if you want to. I got this fully charged and want to use it, but I think I die before using it. No, I use it, but it doesn't hit him. Now the Necron Lord is dead, which is bad because he does a lot of damage. I wanted him to have more HP by using the phase shift and everything, but I got unlucky with the moving around. So you see Gorguts has like half HP, and the big problem are the tanks here, flinging around him and my soldiers, so they don't get like a lot of time attacking him. You see later at the end, once they start attacking him, his health gets down really fast, but you see it takes forever to get him down. So I was like really annoyed by this and thought, what else, whatever. This is not gonna be a record, but I'm gonna finish it anyway to get some practice for the later mission. So I'm just trying to get him down one way or the other. So he at some point decides to die and diminishes, and the mission is finished. So we get a hefty time loss here. But I'm still happy. Oh, I'm still thinking in my mind, if I'm not getting another defense loss, I can manage to do this. So here I just reinforcing Pavonis, and here I managed to get a victory on the Demes Northlands, and there I make a loss, so I have to reconquer it at some point. So I was in my mind, bad. So, but I still decided to go on and try to finish this run and see what time I can get. So we will see how it goes. The Necron I gave him right here for conquering three strongholds. You get another war gear, which I use for the ranged attack for the Necron, which is important for this mission. Here it's also important that you not build a summoning core as fast as possible, but use your second squad of scarabs to build a turret. This is sounds really weird to build a turret on easy, but the tower really attacking us hard. So the strategy is to use the flayed ones right, whereas the Necron buys some time to get the turret done. Use the crypty models to get the tank on the right, and then move to the left. Leave the flayed ones there alone. Attack normal soldiers, or if you're in range or see there are like 1 or 2 tanks. If you are getting in range of them, it's important to kill them as soon as possible, because they deal a lot of damage. Here I make the mistake of building a flayed one and not attacking it. I was like really focusing on the defense and forgot that I need to attack here as fast as possible, so losing a bit of time as well here.
Command posts.
I also want to make sure that the Necron doesn't take too much damage. Like half of his hit health is okay, more than half is not okay. Here I take the flayed ones back with their teleporting skill. They can teleport to any building of yours, so I teleported them back to get this guy killed as fast as possible. So all the time I could already be taking up and saving time, but I did not, which is a little of a bummer, but I'm gonna survive. Also, you need to build the Forbidden Archives a little faster than I did. If you're like taking fast, you also need the Forbidden Archives faster than what I did, because you want to have the phylactery, or what they're called. They give the Necron really big health regeneration, which he needs to survive this mission, and if the faster it gets, the more health he can regenerate. So you see, at this point I would normally want to go already, so I need to wait until I get the phylactery. So I think the tech timing gets really close to building the finishing of the archive, so it's okay. I got like the tier 2 done by now, and checking the archives every now and then. Get the phylactery, get the phase shift and the solar pulse. These are the 3 we want for this mission. Building up a bit, building flayed ones as much as I can. Then you want to use your first teleport around this corner to ignore the base that is there, and hope that there is no stray soldiers where you teleport, because they can mess up really fast, really big time. So ideally you don't want to use any of your skills here, but if you die, you lose even more time. So if you get unlucky, you need to use the phase shifter or the solar pulse here, because here you can get knocked down as well. You don't want to be knocked down. You want to use the first teleport here, then move up and wait for your teleport, or ideally the teleport is recharged already, because you have one teleporting charge, so you can move directly after. I could could have done it a few seconds earlier. Then you jump and directly use a phase shifter so you don't get damaged. Then you move command as much as you can because you get knocked around a bit, but you want to get to the enemy main base without before running out of phase shift. So I'm using a few flayed ones to get the enemies from my back. I use a solar pulse to get rid of those guys and attack those guys on the left because I didn't see the holy unit of the Tau there. The objective is to kill him, and I don't kill him in melee because he is really lightweight, so he gets like jumped or flung around really fast. And you can also use his his fear factor, you could say. He is really fearsome and runs away from your squad, so if he runs away, just spawn a flayed one there and he should turn back. Also important to note is if you just teleport directly on the top, he won't be there most of the time. He is somewhere else on the base, so teleporting using your phase shift and walking top is optimal. And here you see I saved a lot of time, and I don't know why really, because maybe the Aura's Taschen on my previous record was really bad, so I take that. Here I make a on-the-fly decision to attack Pandera Lowlands instead of the Oristan Plains, which is on the splits. Oristan Plain gives a better honor guard with the Crypt Warriors, the Necron Warriors, but it has like 7 defense and this has only 5, and on top of that this is a really fast mission because you can just teleport directly to the base, use your flayed ones, which I have 2 of from the honor guard, and just kill the base really fast. You're gonna see that it saves a hell of a lot of time here because I'm getting from like minus a minute to like minus 5 minutes or so. Bearing that I have to reconquer Demus Northlands as well, which I haven't done yet basically, which is not in the splits. So I'm getting a really fast split here, and can move on to the next main base really fast, to the next stronghold. So nothing big here, just attacking the main base and getting a back fist here and there from the Necron Lord helps a lot, you can see. So yeah, I don't have my Crypt Spider for the defense in North Wandea, which is one thing that is bad, you could say, but normally you're that fast that it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I take the North Wandea now with like 5 minutes and 40 seconds close in the beta part. Maybe I skipped. Did I something wrong in the previous record, because I don't know. Maybe there's something fishy here. To be honest, you can see maybe I had the wrong. Yeah, I think I split twice for North Wandea because I forgot the Oristan Plain split, so that's why. So the 5 minutes are a lie basically. I forgot to change the splits before, so now I know why. But I got really pumped here because I saw the 5 minutes and was like, yeah, no way I can screw this up. And from here on out I really play I'd say out of my mind, doing everything right. You just kill this one artillery piece because it attacks your workers in your main base, which you don't want. Then you don't want to really build a gen, which I'm noticing really fast. Then here you teleport above over this cliff, and then teleport, either walk or teleport to this area. If you walk you take some damage, but save your teleport. If you teleport you get less damage, and these marines don't attack you. And here I soon noticed that I want the Forbidden Archives earlier than this gen, so I move over the scarabs there. Yeah, you see I'm losing the defense fight, but it does not really matter as I'm gonna be attacking his main base soon. So basically as soon as the Forbidden Archive is done and one teleporting charge from the Necron Lord is finished, I can jump over. Basically now I'm just building the obelisk here. So now the Forbidden Archives are done, so I can go. I'm purchasing all the upgrades as the same as in Deimos Peninsula, the phase shifter, which I'm gonna use pretty shortly to run through. The solar pulse is always, and I don't know what it's called, like this lightning ability, you could say. So I'm just walking by all those dudes, and as soon as I see the HQ, I'm teleporting in all the flayed ones. There I see the squad with like a lot of heavy bolters, so I want to use the solar bolts there so they can't shoot because they deal a lot of damage, and then focus everything on the main base and using also using this lightning field ability to do a lot of damage to the HQ. At least I think it's a lot of damage. Maybe you can see it here. I need to put it a little closer that he uses it directly, so I didn't use it, so I'm not really used to having this walkie because I normally don't have it. I just got it suggested from another runner that it's really good, so I may need to get used to it. So here is now the part where it's really a bad thing that the Elder conquered the Agama Desert, because now I have only one flayed one honor guard, so things take a little longer, but it's okay. We just move on and reconquer Demis Northlands and then move on to Tyrea. And there I have a time save from my previous record, which I know of, so I'm still getting the feels that this can be a new record, because this mission should take about 2 to 3 minutes, so it's about even, and having time save in Tyrea makes it so that I get a new record. I'm not sure at this time that I get sub 1 hour, which was my big goal for this category, really. So, but we will see how Tyrea turns out. They have like several ideas in my head which I haven't practiced yet, really. I have the idea to have a different build order at the start. Basically, I don't build the summoning core as fast as I can, but the 1 gen and then the summoning core, and then build a lot of gens fast, which is the way to go there, because you basically tech up to the maximum. Basically, the one thing you don't do is getting your ultra unit, which is the monolith. You get your other ultra unit, which is the Necron Lord, turning to the, what is it called, the Jinx, or what is it called, the one that doesn't take damage and deals a lot of damage. He's invincible during the time you need to take down the avatar at the enemy base faster, and to, you will see what I do with him as well, which is also an idea I had also had in the last run, but didn't use as well as I do here. So, done. So basically I don't, what was the split? So 2 minutes something basically for it, doesn't get another attack, and now it's on. Last mission. And the last mission really is the boss of this run. So if you want to learn this run, you want to learn Tyrea, because it takes a lot of micro and a lot of how should I say, a lot of thinking, and how should I say, this is where your abilities got tested the most, you could say, like the multitasking, the strategy, the doing everything right at the right time, and controlling your units. Basically everything that it's important for RTS is important in this mission. Like most of the other missions are really simple, you could say. Maybe not Oris Taschen. Basically this is the second hardest, the Tau stronghold, but this is like the hardest stronghold, because you need to take down a base which you are not meant to take down. This is basically it. The enemy gets endless reinforcements, and you still want to take him down. The endless reinforcements are bound to buildings. If you destroy the according buildings, no reinforcements will spawn anymore. So But we come to that. At the beginning you want to defend with all the units you have because you get attacked. You want your crypt immortals to have on the left so they can jump down because you get attacked from teleporting units and jumping units from the top left, but also like one squad and of some elder units, but also vehicles from the left. So you want to have the crypt immortals there to kill the vehicles fast. You see that there's one vehicle and there's always a second one. Then, because I don't have the Necron Lord Honor Guard, Necron Lord and Necron Warrior Honor Guard, I decided to build one after the tech to tier 2. It's okay because the squad itself doesn't cost money or power, but only time. The reinforcement, of course, takes some power. This is the last attacking wave from the Elder, so after this you can move on. I have 2 squads. I have the Necron Lord there, so you see this the next vehicle, which is gonna be taken down by our crypt immortals. Yeah, as soon as I'm tier 2, I want to research the higher like the gen upgrade, you could say, to get more power. Yeah, I have I moved the flayed ones to the obelisk so that I can teleport them wherever I want, and I want them to have on a cliff really shortly. Here you move to the base and it's gonna be teleported away, so don't bother. You don't need to kill like the stuff on the. There's like on the far bottom on the map. There are a few elder buildings you don't need to kill actually. So I teleport here. Okay, got like a little glitch here because I got thrown on my back as I teleported, and there I need 2 units to get these gateways killed as fast as possible, because when I don't kill them fast enough, they will teleport in some turrets, and that's what I don't want. So I use then my flayed ones to teleport back to the base and help defend the base, because the first wave of orcs attacking us is really big. Having the Necron warriors helps a lot, and the flayed ones with them are really nice. Here I decide to build as soon I decide to build a second Crypt Immortal squad, because these Crypt Immortals are really the backbone of our assault here. They are really good at destroying buildings, not as good as this in destroying infantry, but this is easy difficulty, so they do a okay job on that as well, and have a really long range. So all Necron units are normally really slow, and having some units with long range can save quite some time from them so that they don't need to walk to as much to the enemy. At this point I also started to send over some scarabs. At the end I want to have like 4 scarab squads at the front, and only 1 at the main base. The one at our HQ basically. The one at our HQ will build the tech buildings and Forbidden Archive, and the other ones will build a second monolith at the front, so I can build units there and they don't need to walk over the whole map. As I said, the Necron units are really slow, so having them walk around the whole map loses you quite some time. Here you want to also kill these gateways really fast. Here's some glitchy stuff, like the gateway on the top, the 4th one on the top is glitchy, so if you give an attack command, the units will just stop, so melee units can't really attack it. Ranged unit will attack it if it is in range, but will not move to it if it's not in range, so that's a little glitchy. You need to make sure to get it down. There are also like 2 turrets on the top where the relic is of this map. These turrets have the same property of being a little glitched. Here I have like one of the time saves. I have already some scarabs here which can start build monolith really fast here. On the previous record, these were really far away. So the turrets, which is on the top of the screen here, and the turrets to the left, these are the glitchy turrets that you need to make sure you take down with the ranged units. Because if you just use a normal attack command on the ground, it doesn't work. Yeah, I'm all the while I'm attacking at home and also getting the second generator upgrade to get a lot of income. Here you want to conquer this relic as fast as you can. I notice it momentarily and send over some scarabs soon, because not only gives it you a... I already sent scarabs. Not only can you build a monolith on it, which is the big part, and you also need it to get the last upgrade, I think, for the Necron, which allows him to transform in his ultimate form, you could say. And that for that you need this energy core. I also noticed in my last run that in all the runs I did in the past, it took a long time to build up our attacking army, and the attack was already done. So my idea was to start building up an army before I'm finished attacking, so to save some time there. So you see me starting to build some units to cryptic models to go to the left. I use my cryptic models I have so far on the left. Normally I use it on the right, but I noticed that I have almost always problems getting through to the left, so I decided to use the cryptic models I have to get some more firepower on the left to get it done. Then I will wait until I have 2 cryptic models on the right side of the Elder base, so I can move there. So here I didn't use I can't research the upgrade directly, but research time for this transforming upgrade is really low, so it doesn't matter if I start it later. Now I have my second cryptic model for the left side, and yeah, for the tactics of tearing down the main base of the Elder is like you make a big army of cryptic models and these what is it called, like these vehicle units of the Necrons. I don't know what they're called now, like the one that kills buildings fast. Yes, the one which is against infantry and one against vehicles and buildings. You want the later. And you have 2 cryptic models on the left entrance and 2 cryptic models on the right entrance, which you use then after you killed the avatar to attack the base. Don't let them attack early, because the avatar gives huge buffs to all Elder units on the map. So you want to kill the avatar first and then move into the sides and make a pincer move. The pincer move is important because I said earlier that the spawning of enemy units is bound to buildings, and there are like 3 vehicle construction buildings of the Elder at each gate, at each entrance, and there are like 4 infantry producing buildings at the center. So you want to make sure that you kill these vehicle producing buildings fast, so that no war prisms are produced anymore, because these are basically the biggest problem, because they fling around every unit and dealing big damage in an area of effect. So yeah, here I micro a bit the cryptic models while building up the army, so I have the time for it. It's important to micro them, because if you just A-click them, they got distracted, and I probably see it here that they almost die. Yeah, also make sure that they don't attack prematurely your units. Here you see this one gets down to 1 unit because I didn't manage them by hand. So you want to focus down the turrets that are in range, move a bit, and then focus again, so you can make sure that the turrets die as fast as possible and all units are attacking them. So once you have a feeling for it, when to move and when to attack, it gets easier. Yeah, for here I just get all the units together. We're almost at full, you could say at a cap of how much units you can have, and once everything is in place, we attack at the front gate, but we don't attack with the Necron Lord. Here I see, okay, we are now full, so we can start attack soon. I'm gonna micro them just a bit more to kill this turret there, this gateway, and then just let them move there. And here I get everything together like in a group with these, and then I basically just A-click to the base. While they are moving, I'm microing on the right side to get everything finished. Yeah, getting everything in position. Necron Lord a little up as well. There's a building, one of these I forgot in my previous record, which cost me 30 seconds or so, which is a little sad. Yeah, and here you see I just focus on attacking the front. Here I see no more buildings, so I can move them in position for the pincer move. Yeah, here I want to attack the... yeah, I have almost forgot the war gear on the Necron Lord. Here I want to kill the... yeah, I want to teleport in, use his morphing skill, so he gets immortal and also a real big damage dealer. So I focus to the avatar and take him down really in no time. All the while I try to focus my guys on this vehicle producing building, and then now it comes the big part. After the avatar dies, I give attack commands to the guys waiting on the other sides, like you see here, attack and attack, and then just get this guy, this big immortal guy, somehow through here. You need to spam move command like a madman, and then you want him to kill as many of these infantry producing buildings as possible. He only takes like 1 or 2 hits, and but it's important because these spawning waves and waves of enemy. If you can kill those fast or really early, it saves a lot of time. So I'm starting to kill those and get like 3 out of 4, I think. Yeah, like this one will go down, I think. Come on. Yes, it goes down, and there my transforming ends. So I got 3 out of 4, which is nice. Basically, move everything in. Try to use his ability, but he normally gets too much airtime. Basically, they attack him and he falls around. Here I had a mistake. I mistakenly got a move command, and I think so they are all in range of the Elder. Normally they want to be outside, so this takes a little extra time because a lot of our units die. Here I'm moving in these guys to kill the last infantry building, and on the left I already killed the last vehicle producing building, so we enemy does not get any reinforcements, so this is a big time saver compared to previous runs where I fight a lot of reinforcements because I don't get the buildings done. So the idea to get all the buildings fast without losing all units is like the idea here. You see, I'm losing a lot of units at the front, but I'm killing also a lot of units everywhere else, so I get a lot of reinforcements, the enemy don't, so it's only a mop-up operation here, and I see on the time I see that I will get a good time. I'm really hyped, and yeah, basically the last mission gives me the ability to finish this even below an hour and even below 59 minutes. Here you need to make sure that not a single generator or something weird is surviving, so yeah, basically make sure everything dies. You see these are attacking this gateway and the turret, and here we are taking the main base, so it's basically over now. So I look around if there's anything left. Is there anything left? No. So I'm really hyped. You skip the cutscene, you get a walkie here which you skip basically by saying continue, and then here's the time. 85 minutes and 45 seconds, which is amazing. When I got it, I just jumped off my seat and make a little a dance of happiness and so on and so forth. But yeah, to get some real talk where you could save time. Basically, not having to reconquer the 2 areas would save you so much time that you can have easily a time below 55 minutes. But getting the RNG for that is really hard. Then you could save time at the Green Coast, of course. because killing Gogarts took a little while here. You can save about 30 to 40 seconds there. Then you could also save time at Orest Tashin, like at Tower Stronghold, because I tagged too slow. But on the other side I also got lucky there with the teleports. I also got lucky on the teleports by Victory Bay. I got lucky in Damus Peninsula that it doesn't broke, and so on and so forth. So getting the God run is really hard, is what I want to say. So this is that. So I hope you enjoyed this commentated run. Yeah, if you like it, leave it a like. If you want to see more speedruns, you can look at my channel, and if you want to see some German Let's Plays, you can also look at my channel. Alright, see you soon. Bye bye.